G'day, my name is Raiden from Bigway Battery, and this is part 2 of the series of videos. This last video I showed a DIY setup and I asked you to explain what could have happened and what went wrong. Now it's for me to explain some general ideas for doing your own DIY and some requirements that you may have to have. So with our lithium iron phosphate, especially the 50 amp hour GFP, to 100 to 206 to 280, any battery, it is a requirement to have a battery management system for a few reasons. One, balancing. That's the biggest part for balancing. So even if you have 4, 10, 16 cells that are all perfectly balanced and and use a generic charger, that charger is only measuring the total voltage. Each individual voltage cells, one will be flatter, one will be full. It can probably be like that for 7 months, stay fairly balanced till something gets really unbalanced that starts to cause problems, like in the photo here. Without that balancing, all the cells will be one of the cells will be overcharged and one of the cells will be undercharged. Another thing with the battery management system, it is voltage protection. Not only total voltage protection, as well as each individual cell's voltage protection. So if one of the cells get to 3.65 volts, the BMS will cut off and protect the whole bank of cells and protects that individual cell from being overcharged. As well as undercharged, if it's been drawn too flat, once one of the cells goes 2.5 volts, it will cut off any extra discharge to protect that cell from being over discharged as well. So that's one of the main benefits of battery management system, as well as a few other stuff like discharge current protection and all that. So they're always very good to have, and it's the requirement by regulation. Another thing is the positioning. If we see in the photo, we've got 3 on the side and 1 facing up. There's not particularly nothing wrong putting on the side, but the issue does arrive with the pressure release valve not acting the way it's due. So this is the pressure release valve on the cell. So this is when, if it's short circuiting or too much heat, it will burst that valve, worst case scenario, and kill the cell. So this is a safety feature because that added to the prismatic cells, because one is makes it more stable, as well as protection from any, instead of an explosion, you'll just have that burst. Another thing is with the cells, another problem I saw is insulation. So with the insulation, there's no insulation between the bat cells. You can just have, like with this batch here with the tape around it, we have high density foam in between the cells. It also acts as a separator between each cell. Or our FR4 insulation, epoxy resin thermal glass sheets to put around the cells in a stainless steel case. The problem is with this one, I can see that the cells, there's nothing stopping the cells from touching each other. As well, with the ones on the side, you can see the terminals on the top could rub against the bottom of another 50 amp hour cell, and if it goes past this film, it is just a metal which can cause a short circuit, which can cause all sorts of problems. That's also another thing you have to keep in mind when building your battery system, is to keep in mind of insulation, because this is just cells, and if something goes wrong with the cells, if it's not built right from any accidents, etc., you're going to probably have some problems. So this is recommended for, it's best to do that for making sure you get the longest life out of the cells. That's the 3 main points for building a DIY setup. You want to make sure it's insulation, make sure the BMS is also insulated from the cells, and think about your setup to make sure it's all protected, in making sure it's able to live a long life. I also recommend that you buy one of our already made lithium iron phosphate batteries if you don't have much knowledge in building your own lithium battery. So with our battery, if you buy it from us instead of DIY, you get 3 years warranty and a lifetime free service. As well, you're always welcome to contact us if you have any questions about our cells, what we use, how we build it. It will be will be happy to answer. I hope this has been very informative for all of you DIY enthusiasts, and I hope I was able to help and prevent any accidents that may have happened. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. My name is Raiden from Big White Battery.